time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Power football with the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he's got it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bama!
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's McClain. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's the handoff. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the fumble trickles out of bounds, and a big loss on that play.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
That's caught. It's Brown. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive. Makes the grab past the marker. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And the Gators will have it first and 10. That's caught. It's Wilson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run. Now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying the left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Complete to the right. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Gators trying to cash it in on first and goal. The option look. The pitch. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Coming out with it, it's McClain. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Lagway. Got a man, it's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this...
Picked off. What a way to set him up.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Young. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He wants it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel it.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the one. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Gators will hustle to the line. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Off the RPO, complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Pulls and fires complete. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Gators have it with a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at second and a mile. Off play action. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Young. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Russell. Going for the big play. Makes the grab right down the middle. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The snap sets up the throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success.
He tries to take the top off. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Quarterback making adjustments. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts...
Snags it! They will score! Touchdown time!
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Glagway. Flips it out on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Lets it fly. Working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Going to look downfield again. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to take off. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Floating away. Unleashes one. He's open on the right. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Lost a pass. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far. And that time, just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Glagway. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Florida. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that...
Gonna take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half. Though.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement.
Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Gators moving quickly to the line. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Touchdown Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Crosses to 30. Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Got his man on the right. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Handoff from the gun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They'll try to snap it quickly.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Snagged out of the air. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball.
Throws toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Give to the single back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Tide crowd roaring noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter,
he's got it, first down and more. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. shoulder delivers the blow. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They go to the ground. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Alabama pushing the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the air, it's Russell. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Scrambling away. Catch in the middle. It's Meadows. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
He fires to the left side. Slippery slide. Finds his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Glagway. Here's a heat. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Gators in the hurry-up. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games.
Use them, and you learn how to deploy them in all kinds of different ways. If I'm Florida, continue to fight.
It's 2nd and 8. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Touchdown, Gators! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they'll try to tack on 2. To the air, it's Lagway. Got it set up on the outside. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be going to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open.
He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Boise State is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 07 season where this program ran the Statue of Liberty play to win the Fiesta Bowl. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. They're trailing by 10 to San Diego State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about he unleashes a long one. Makes the catch at the 20.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Quick completion on the out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Russell. Rushes on him. Now adjusting. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
And the Gators are in the hurry-up. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
How impressive has this passing game been today, and it looks as if it's on the verge of carrying them to a top 10 win.
And how about this passing attack? Doing what you want at will against a top 10 team. This is an impressive display, Palmer, earning that early season, mid-season ranking.
I've loved what I've seen, and they're a top 10 team now, but if they're a team that's going to reach the college football playoff, they're going to have to keep throwing it like this. This dude can play under pressure. Now we've got to see him do it week in, week out against the best teams in the nation.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Here's the pressure. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Under fire. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most, when the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You've got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.